So, if you guys saw yesterday, obviously you saw yesterday. I don't think any of the standard members are here yet. Normally they kind of come in later. Um, Yesterday was a horrible day for me. I basically blew an account yesterday. I did a rants from the car video and then I was like, nah, I'm not going to upload it because I was kind of talking about the situation, what happened. And I don't want to, like, it's 100% my fault. But when I talk about it, it kind of sounds like it's like, you know, uh, the fault of being distracted. But yeah, so I thought, you know what, I'll just not do a video about it. And I journaled about it for a long time. And yeah, so basically, what I got from journaling yesterday was, oh, I'm logged into my account. I got to get out of that. Um, what I got out of it was during the VIP lives. Um, Basically, I can't give any kind of support unless it involves everyone. Like, if everyone has the same issue, then, of course, we look into it. But, if it's just one person, then, I kinda have to, like, it sucks to say this, but kind of ignore it and just say, "Hey, listen, we'll figure it out afterwards." I messaged the guy, and he never messaged me back, I don't think. Let me check. I don't think so. But, yeah, it was pretty weird. He just joined and then came on the live and was hey, I can't hear my audio, can't hear my audio. So hopefully it's fixed, the issue. Yeah, he didn't message me back. Okay. Anyways, hopefully it's all fixed today. No, not sabotage. I highly there no one's gonna pay like $47 to come on here and be like, and like I don't know who it is. He probably doesn't know me. That'd be kind of weird. Um yeah, but just I think that's what I learned yesterday is if it's not a problem for everyone, then really it's probably not something I can fix. And it's like either something they'd have to figure it on their end or they'd have to actually message support if it's like a technical issue and they're the only ones having it. But yeah, I got to focus on the trading as number one. And that was like you guys saw it. Like I watched the VIP live recording again yesterday and you know, I even said, "Hey," I put a line on the chart and I said, "If price comes back to here, I'm getting out of the trade." And it went back there, but then I wasn't focused on the chart and I missed it. And then that started. And then with me, guys, I have a pretty weak mindset when things go wrong. Well, I think I shouldn't say pretty weak, but it's like I think it's like everyone else. Like if things go horribly wrong, I kind of like you know, it's not like nothing happened kind of thing for me, right? Okay, so I've already kind of set things up here and we'll just wait. We got to wait about 3 minutes here, 2 minutes, 3 minutes for US30. I don't think there's any. Let's see if there's any members that normally aren't on. Yeah, I don't see the standard members on there, but I'll just go over this really, really quick. So basically, the models we do for the VIP, so for these lives, are right here. The setup models for them, because it's a market open model. So it's not really what I teach in the course. Once we're in a trade and the entry and the exit and that type of thing, that's what's in the course basically. But in the course, it just teaches you to find the range and then you trade that range. But with market opens, the range is normally created. Like with US30, it's created in the first 2 minutes, which is crazy. In the NASDAQ, it's created normally within the first 15 minutes. Like you'll see a move will happen, like the bottom of the market will be found with that range in the first 15 minutes. Same with S&P 500. And then gold, I don't know enough about gold yet because I'm not a gold trader to know if like the time it finds its range. But all these markets, they find their range basically in a certain amount of time. And once you figure out what that time is, you can actually build a model, a strategy out of it. So that's what basically all these VIP models are here, right? So 8 p.m. for gold. So normally it finds its range around 8:30. So that's what that is there. Uh, Gold, you could use this for gold or the Nasdaq. I just put gold because we have Nasdaq, US30, and gold there. Okay, so we are at 9:31. I started a little bit early, so it feels so slow today, but I think I'm gonna try and do this during the summers, get on here like 5 minutes early. Yeah, first we trade, then we help. That should be a good model to go off there. But yeah, when my when my mom was visiting, I guess she was sleeping in the room behind my office so she could hear me. And she said to me, she's like, "Oh, you treat them like you treat your family, like it's like you're always thinking about." Like, I'm not trying to sound like, I'll like basically I'm always thinking about everybody all the time, right? Kind of thing. So yeah, when someone has an issue, I have a hard time like not doing something about it. So it's gonna be hard for me just to sit here and be like, "Oh, sorry, you gotta figure it out on your own," or whatever. Okay, so we've got 9:32. This is really, really slow, which I guess is kind of good for us now today, but it's this here. We've got news at 2 p.m. and then 2:30. There's a bunch of red folder news. So if you guys are thinking, "Hey, I want to trade today," like a good time to trade, it'd be right after 2 p.m. and then right after 2:30 p.m. Like you'll probably find an A plus setup there. Sadly, we'll be at the beach today because I already told my son yesterday we're going to go to the beach. But this is good here because, and this is why I said trading starting today is probably going to be good again, is because the range is so small because there's news later in the day that if it breaks the range, like if the range is this small and it breaks, it'll probably give a good move, right? So same with the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq's probably going to do that as well. Just have a really small range, and then we'll actually get that A plus setup where it breaks the range and then goes to like a previous high. So it'd probably go to like here, right? So that'd be our first target, and then a target through here would be the fair value gap for a long. I don't know if it's going to give us a long or a short, right? So you can see it's really simple to trade when the volume is low on a market open because the range is so small, right? If it gives a short, like we're dealing with, we have to look way back here, which we will do now. So we've got this right here, and um, this is a definite level right here. So probably like that, you know, there's definitely fair value gaps through here, but they're so small that I think it would just go to levels, right? Like you can see how small these little weak candles are. This is a level right here, so maybe that makes more sense to move our line to there. Yeah, that looks good. Oh shit. Oh no. I thought this was the price. I was like, "Oh my god." But the price is down here. Okay. So, could be happening here. Let's see. And when it's this small, normally it's not a liquidity sweep. So when it breaks, you could just jump in a trade. Guys, today I'm paper trading. You watched yesterday's result. Okay. So I'm going to get in a sell here. Oh, shit. I clicked sell on the wrong chart. Good thing I'm paper trading. Okay. Got to get out of my little, I click sell on the NASDAQ chart. Hmm. And then it enters me a sell on the other one. Okay. Okay. Good thing I'm paper trading today because I just made a really stupid mistake. Normally, I have my US30 chart here and then my NASDAQ chart here. And yeah, I had them the opposite way there. Okay, so we want to wait for the entry model here. I kind of jumped the gun on it. I got in. Lately, I don't see the micro scalp rule in Tradeify. I haven't looked. Yeah, but it used to be 10 seconds. Maybe they took it out. Who knows? Okay, guys, we're not trading on a firm account today. We're trading on a paper trading account. Well, I am. You can do whatever you like, but after yesterday, I would rather just paper trade today for sure. Okay, so this totally didn't work out for me this year. I entered a short because normally when the range is the range is this small, it won't do this and do a liquidity sweep and then go right back into there. But I'm paper trading, so I really don't care. Like I'm actually still in this trade. Um, but yeah, we could find a trend line here, and if it breaks, maybe that could be my way out. There's no real good trend line on the. It's a minute chart. Okay, let's look at the 15-minute chart. If it breaks here, I'll get out. Like if a body opens above there, I'll get out because it's probably going to give a long. But this was a liquidity sweep, which is really, really weird with a range this small to give a liquidity sweep. Um, we'll go to 15 minutes. There's zero trend line here. Well, there's one coming down here. Um, and I don't even think that is anything. Like it's, you know, the uh, trend is down, but normally we get a reversal for New York session. So we should get a long position, like overall in US30, but we'll see what happens here. We will see. I think it's going to come down and take these out and then go up. But we'll see what happens. Got to take a sip of my drink. And then now it's like getting back down there. Okay, and there it goes. Okay, we'll see what happens here. If it's another, it's back down to my entry. I actually got in here, guys, because a lot of times when I see this, and I'm paper trading, so it's like, you know, there's that feeling towards it. Like if I was in my uh, firm account, I would wait for an entry model. But as you can see with the 15-minute chart, the odds are it's either this is the bottom, this red line here, or it's going to break down and take one of these out, uh, and then go back up. But yeah, it should probably go back up to the Tokyo low today, kind of dealy. But if we go sideways too long here, I'll probably just get out of that trade because it's just a lot of sideways action. But even if you're in a paper trade account, guys, sometimes it is good to see, like, just to randomly, because there's no, like, who cares? Like, it doesn't really matter, but it is good to see, like, randomly, like, if you get a feeling to trade based upon your feeling and then see that it doesn't work if you trade based upon your feeling. Because if you trade based upon your feeling, that's what everyone else is doing because everyone's seeing the same things, right? So right here, when this line broke and it ended up being a little liquidity sweep, my feeling was, oh, I should just get in a long position here, not wait for the entry model. And I felt that way because I'm doing paper trading today. And my mind is like, it doesn't matter. Right. So we'll see here. Was my feeling right? It could be, or it could be if I was in a firm account, this would be extremely painful to sit here and think, oh, my stop loss is up here, which is crazy. And then for it to just go sideways here, right? For minutes on end type thing. Like it can go sideways for 20 minutes in this little wee range here. Who knows? And the NASDAQ is crawling here today. We didn't lose any members after yesterday's disaster, which is crazy. This is the first day here, guys, where we didn't lose anybody after a losing day. Like normally when we have a losing day, we lose like two or three or four members. We didn't lose any. So what that tells me is this is going to sound bad, but the people we have now are the people that are the actual like big idea trading members. Um, and it's like that with everything. Like even if you're promoting a business opportunity or something, it's not just like a fun to earn opportunity. Uh, it's like an MLM or something like that. You'll have people that just join, they're unsure about things, and then they'll leave. And then eventually, after a couple of months, you'll see like what your foundation is for, whatever you're doing. And it's the same. I think it's the same thing with any business because I used to own a DJ business, and it was the same thing for like the employees that I had, like the DJs and stuff like that, like some people would be like, "Oh, this is awesome," and they'd want to work, and then you know they do like 3 gigs and then they quit, and then after a couple months, you have like your foundation of actual like good guys, like people that want to do it, right? So yeah, it's life. And even when I was like, I took a course on this stuff of how to like do it and set everything up and stuff like that. And that's what they said in the course too, is it takes about 3 months to figure out like who are your foundation members. And then those are the people that you focus on, and you ask them questions like, hey, what do you guys think I should do? Or do you have any ideas and that kind of thing. Okay, so you can see here what I was saying, right? Was just if you go off a gut feeling, normally it'll do the opposite. Like it won't give you a good trade if you just go off a gut feeling. So my gut feeling here was, oh, just jump in a short position because it broke that red line and the range was, it's extremely small, this range, like one candle within this range, right? It's all one candles, one minute candles. But that's the it's basically doing what I would not want it to do. It's just going sideways. So my trade here, because I'm in a big lot size, I'm in 20 lots on a 50K account, but it's paper trading. What it's doing is it's going break even, and then it's going to like minus 800 bucks. Break even, minus $800. So going with my gut feeling on this trade, which you never trade with your gut feeling, it's like really messing with my mindset, right? So, and I recommend guys do things like that sometimes in a paper trade account. Always wait for your entry model if you're trading on a live account, um, funded account, or test phase or whatever. Always wait for your entry model. But when you're paper trading, it's good to like do things to like see the truth to this stuff, right? If you listen to your gut, the majority of your win rate's going to drop like crazy, and you're basically doing what everyone else is doing, like all the retail traders, right? They're just randomly buying and selling through here within this range. Often, the first time the model plays out, it generally jumps to the other side. Yeah, so that's a liquidity sweep, right? So this is really, really small. Like most liquidity sweeps, they'll take out a previous low, but it'll just be a wick or a previous high, and it'll be a wick, and it'll actually trick you. You'll get in the position. That's why it's really, really good to wait for your entry model. And the NASDAQ, we've got one more minute. Look at these candles. Holy smokes. They're really small. Okay. Another thing, what my gut would be telling me to do, which you should never do, is add to a losing trade. Okay. So I talked a little bit about this yesterday, was you never want to add to a losing trade, right? Like for instance, if something is okay, say you go out there and you buy something and then it's not like you're not satisfied with it, why would you buy more of it? That's basically what you're doing. So say you go and you buy tires for your car and the tires are really, really cheap and you're like, "Oh my god, they're so cheap. Like this is a great deal." And then you buy them and you're driving down the road and your car's like, "Whoop, whoop, 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 whoop," like the tires are just garbage. Why would you go and buy those tires again when when they're it's not working out for you? So it's the same thing in trading. That's a big beginner mistake is they'll buy or sell or whatever. The trade will go against them and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, I'll just buy again to move my entry price up." Right? And they just keep on doing that. And then they realize, "Oh my god, I'm in here with 15 lots on a 50K account in US30, and my account now is, the trade is minus $1,200 or something like that." And then they'll decide to sell. Where, the first time they noticed the trade going against them, maybe break of the trend line, they were down like 50 bucks or $30. That's where you should sell. Right. So for instance, there's a little trend line right here. I know that if price opens up here, like a candle body opens up here, right? There's a high possibility that it'll break out and give a long. So this garbage trade that I'm in, if price was a candle body was to open here, there's a high probability it's going to go and try and take these out. So why would I sit in the trade, right? I should switch my bias. So yeah, guys, when you're paper trading, it is good to just listen to your gut and see that your gut feeling is normally wrong in trading, because it's like that's what everyone is doing, basically, all the retail traders. And then the institutions are sitting there and they're waiting, where's they're looking at where's the liquidity, right? So they know there's a lot of stop losses here. So they take price up there to get into their market. They can't just click buy or sell, guys. Well, they do to get into the market, but they have to bring price to where everyone has their stop losses. And then that's how they get into their positions. And there's trading models based solely around that, is to look at where's the previous highs and lows and then just trade based upon that. And I trade with levels. I feel that works the best. Yeah, you can blow an account. Well, yesterday was a perfect example. I blew my account in 2 trades. If it was a test phase, I'd probably be like, it doesn't really matter. But I looked at my withdrawal history, guys. I did 10 withdrawals from that account. I thought I did like 6 to 8. I did 10 withdrawals from that account. So it paid for itself like over and over again. But yeah, it kind of sucks. Okay. So this guy here, we've got 930. So it's down here. So it's trying to give us short position here. And so this is the range for it. This is the NASDAQ. And we trade. So this here, I don't think there's any standard members. So you guys already know this. But MNQ is the NASDAQ. MYM is US30. This is all in the course. Okay. That's what we trade. We chart. So for New York session, guys, we chart on US30 because the wicks are a lot nicer to look at. They're just a lot cleaner. And then we chart on the NASDAQ for the NASDAQ, of course. For Tokyo session, I don't recommend you do this. And this is why I don't post like NAS100 and US30 in the trade calls for this stuff here, right? Like MNQ. Okay. Is because sometimes the price will separate. Like if you watched last Sunday's VIP live, or sorry, Q&A, you'll notice in that session, the price separated with the NASDAQ and MNQ, right? Okay. Like it's separated. So the NASDAQ started doing the candles, the 1 minute candles looked different with the NASDAQ than they did with MNQ. So during Tokyo session, which I don't think I say this in the course because I don't really tell you guys to trade on the NASDAQ and US30. Like we're just trading on these. Um, yeah, it's separated. And yeah, I noticed it right away. And then we just totally stopped looking at the NASDAQ chart. So, London session there's enough volume liquidity that it won't separate normally. But Tokyo session, if it's really low liquidity, a lot of times it will separate. Okay, so this is starting to show us signs that it might give us this trade. My US30 trade is now in profit, $40. So it's looking like it's going to give us that short position. So let's just play this out like uh, put a little trend line on here. Okay, so this could be the trend line for it. Now we're $200. Okay, 250. So I'll just take that $300 profit. And this thing is not getting me out of that trade, but it's a paper trading account. Oh, it did get me out. Oh no, it logged me right out of my account. Great. Okay. There, now we're back in. Okay, so yesterday's here, I took a screenshot of yesterday's balance because I keep on forgetting to take a screenshot. There's the end of yesterday's balance. Okay, 5703. And then here's after this weird ass trade. So you can see it's going down to this target down there. So it was at like $300 of profit, and then I clicked the button and nothing happened. So it gave me 880 now. So, anyways, Nasdaq gave an entry model there, so it's probably going to go down to here. So we could take that trade as well. Once again, guys, I'm paper trading today. Okay, so you can if you want. I highly recommend you do. So I'm getting a late entry into this NASDAQ trade. I hate how paper trading, you click the button and like you don't see anything for a while and then the trade pops up. Like sometimes that happens to me in my um when I do a test phase, but this one is like there. Now it popped up my trade. Okay, so it's in profit and the target is around pretty much where it is right now, like around the Tokyo low is our target for this trade. Okay, let's add a trend line to it. Sorry, it's so quick, guys. Today's really freaking quick. Like we got these trades like back to back. This one hit its target. I don't know if anyone else took that, but get the heck out of it. I'm gonna sell this Nasdaq trade like any second here. Okay, boom. I just sold it. My God, paper trading. Get me out of the trade. Come on. Jesus, it's really bad today. Here, wait. I know you guys can't see my screen, but it's still in the damn trade. There we go. Okay, so here I'll show you the profit from this guy. Sorry. Okay, so it's at 51.36 now. Okay. And yeah, so now we've done two trades, paper trading, and they both hit the target. This guy here is going for something lower, but it's fine. That's like a pretty big ass move, right? Okay. So this guy, I think this is done. I think we're either going to break down, it'll continue going down, or it's going to go sideways here and then back up. We have Tokyo high that it could take out, but it might not take out the Tokyo high because if you look at the trend, we'll go to like a 4 hour chart. You can see here, well, it's sideways for the London session, but you can see here, guys, that it's in a massive downtrend. The NASDAQ, okay, it's been like this for months now, right? So when you're in a massive downtrend, sometimes if it takes out a low of a previous session, it won't take out the high because it's in a downtrend. It might move up to the red line, then go sideways, and then make a leg down. Okay. Also in the NASDAQ, which was pointed out by a member, I think 2 days ago, looking at the daily chart. I never really look at the daily chart, but it's good to look at every once in a while. Look at this. There's going to be so many fair value gaps, like places it's going to want to stop. So, for instance, you can see right here, this is an extreme level of support. Like on the daily chart, you can see all this support right here. So today or tomorrow or this week or whatever, it could come down here and this could be the bottom of this level or it could come down to there, this area here. And then it could have a leg up, right? And then another leg down. But there's a possibility the NASDAQ could come all the way down to around here, right? I highly doubt it's going to break like 22, 23,000, but it could come all the way down to 24,000. There would have to be some kind of event for that to happen. If you look at these stocks overall, the direction is up. Like the big investors and stuff, they just buy and hold the Nasdaq, S&P 500, gold, all those. So, if the big boys are doing it, they're not going to let the price go really, really low. But with crazy events like COVID or like, those type of crazy things, that's normally when you'll see a huge market crash. Okay. So if we were close to the next US election, I would think that something crazy might happen and this could get taken out, but we're not really close to the next US election. Right. So, and there's nothing else really going on. Like there's no, maybe a new war or something like that could do it. But yeah, this is crazy. Huge gap in the market there. So back to the 1 minute. Sorry for all the blah blah blah, but I think those are good things to talk about. Okay, so we can't really take a trade when it does this because there's no real target. There's probably a target for US30. Oh, why did I do that? We got to delete this guy. And we got to go to the standard candle. And then if we go back in time, we go to where price was down here and we look for the next previous where it just goes sideways, okay, or fair value gap. So it's buy a fair value gap right now. So this is either going to be a bottom or a place where if we were in a trade, we'd want to sell, right? So I can just keep on going back, look for where price went sideways for a while, or it gave a large fair value gap. There's no large fair value gaps, right? This is how you figure out like where price is going. Okay. So here, this is a big, huge fair value gap. Okay. It's all this stuff's in the course. Okay. So we could take a trade to there with an entry of a body open below here. Uh, boom. Okay. So maybe this is our next trade setup, which is just dropping to there pretty quick. But, anyways, that could be it. And here's the thing, guys, is you can go and you can take a trade from here to here and still make a lot of money. It all depends on your lot size. And that's why I'm a big believer in like there's no point trading on a really small lot size and then doing like holding your trade for a really long time, like doing scalp trading and holding your trade for 10 minutes and letting it go against you, letting it go sideways, and then just overall having a physical stop loss and then a physical take profit. I would rather go in with a larger lot size, have a really tight stop loss, and then have a really, not that far away take profit where I can go and make $100 or $150 within the minute, right? And then boom, my trading session is done sometimes after a couple trades. Okay, guys, I messed around with so many different trading styles, and I just found that what I teach in the course is the best trading style that works for me. It's fast. I pick an hour any time of the day, whenever the market's open. I give myself an hour, and normally I can make $200 to $500, right? Just over an hour at any time. Okay, but market opens are of course the best. That's where you're going to find the most setups. So this here is finding some sort of support. It's not giving the entry model. Okay, so we can delete this. This also, so it's doing everything's doing the same thing now. So this is giving some kind of we could possibly take a long position in the NASDAQ or US30. We just have to wait for the confirmation. So what's your first confirmation? You just plot out your trend line. Okay. The same thing as if you're in the short position, you have your trend line. When it breaks, that's a confirmation that you can start to think about going long. The only problem with this is you're trading against the trend. Okay. The trend is down. If I was to go long in this market, I'm trading against the trend, which is not good. So then it makes it what? A high risk trade, right? Okay. All this stuff is in the course, guys. So it's super important to go through the course. Okay. The NASDAQ is probably a better setup, but the NASDAQ's been doing me bad lately. So it's probably going to continue going down, but we don't know. So you have your trend line across here. You can see it's broke. It's on the other side. So a lot of people that hold a position for a long time, this is they're exiting right now. Okay. So small lot size, they're holding their position for a long time. They probably have a stop loss up here somewhere, like a physical stop loss, right? Okay. And then there's a lot of people right now thinking about going long. They're trading against the trend. Okay. And they could be right or they could be wrong. Um, yeah, so you could take a high risk buy if you wanted. Okay. You could look for fair value gaps. Fair value gap is right here. Here's a previous high, which it's almost touched. Okay. So maybe I'm like, hey, I want to take a long in the NASDAQ. Okay. Boom, I get into a long position. So I just actually got into a long one, but on the paper trading account, which it hasn't entered me into the trade, even though I clicked the button. We'll see. Here, let's refresh the page. Last time I refreshed the page, it logged me out of the account. Oh, there it is it is in the trade. Okay. Okay. So this is my target. It's really far away. And maybe I'm happy with taking profits right there because I'm in with 6 lots. So if price comes around there, I'm going to click to get out of the trade. Okay. It keeps on going profit, out of profit, profit, out of profit. So it's like hanging around the entry point. Okay, guys, once again, we're paper trading today. I'm not trading in a live account just after yesterday's trading. Like I've decided, you know what? I need a little break. Need to like just kind of reset. Okay. Yeah, and sometimes The scalp you miss is the big move. That happens to me a lot of times because I take tight profits. Okay, so boom, it hit my target pretty much. Okay, so maybe I get, oh shit, it's not getting me out of the trade. Hopefully this doesn't go against me. Oh my god. This is the problem with paper trading is I click the button and then it waits like 5 seconds to get out of the trade. Okay, but anyways, it took a profit. I forget what the last one was, but it was like 513 or something like that. So it's 514.05 right now. Okay. Yeah. Um oh, FTMO though, you don't trade on TradingView, right? Like what do they use? The what do you call it? Uh I knew the new ones like MT5 or something like that. I used to use the when I traded Forex. Oh, C Trader. Oh, I've never even used C Trader before. So you've traded with FTMO? I want to trade with them because they're so old. Oh, you've traded on their C Trader paper trading account. Okay. Yeah, I think one day I'll buy one of their test phases and then, do it and then try and talk to them to get an affiliate link for it. You have a 200K account with them. Yeah, supposedly they're the best guys and they're really old, but here's the thing is they're so freaking expensive that I can't like to a like I was thinking this for the VIP members, you've been with me for a year or something, then we can move over there because it's like, yeah, Fiverr's is good as well. The problem is these ones that have been around for like a decade or whatever, the firms, they're so expensive. Like a little wee piddly account's like $1,000 to do a test. And I just can't say to a new member, hey, pay $1,000 to do a test. Like it's crazy. So Tradeify is good. They've never refused to pay it from me. And I've like, well, that one account, I did 10 payouts on it, the one that I failed yesterday. Um, and I think I have 3 or 4 accounts with them, right? And they've never refused to withdraw. My mentor uses them, and he's got, like, 100,000 students or whatever. So, he's like, "These guys are great." Like, he recommends them. He's got a huge name to if he does something stupid, then it's, like, a big deal for him, and he recommends them, and he's like, "They're the only ones that I'd recommend." So, that's really why I started recommending them, and the good thing about them, Tradeify guys, is that you have to pass a test to get an affiliate link. Like, it's not like, oh, anyone can get an affiliate link like most of these firms. You have to actually pass a test. So they only take you if you're like a good trader or you have a huge social media following and stuff. So that's what I like about them. And they're not super expensive like the huge companies out there. I think they just partner with TradingView. Yeah, Owanda's a broker. Um, Yeah, TradingView, most of the firms are with, TradingView, but yeah, I have seen a lot at CTrader too, so maybe I gotta check that out. I've never traded on it, but I know a lot of these firms can take it. Okay, so this went all the way up here to, that's what Carl was saying, right? Like, sometimes, like, you get out, and then it moves to, like, your actual top high target, which you wanted, and this could go like, guys, it could go all the way up here now. Right? If it breaks above this red here, sorry, above the VWAP, we could go all the way up here. We just have to keep in the back of our mind that it is a downtrend, right? But this could have been some sort of bottom. So yeah, it's really hard to know. And that's why I like just going with a heavy lot size, taking really quick profits, really understanding what the candles are telling you. Like if you can't read candles, there's no point trading, right? Like all these wicks are going sideways, so it's telling you something's going to happen, like maybe price is going to turn down. Um like that. So yeah, reading the candles is important. So there's a whole lesson in the course about reading the candles. And Hintakeyashi candles are really simple to read. Like if we were to read these, that'd be a whole different story. I'd probably take 6 months to teach you guys how to read candles like this. And honestly, I don't even feel comfortable reading these candles, right? Like I know what they all are, doji, the bearish, the bullish candles, shooting star candle, like that's kind of like a funny looking shooting star or whatever, which it'd be this candle here if it was, but it's not. Hammer candle, like there's like I don't know how many candles there is. There's so many candles, but these are so much simpler to read. So now this one's telling you maybe the trend's changing. We know the bias overall is down, so maybe it'll continue going down, right? I don't even know how many trades we've done. I think we've done 3. I know we've done 2. I think I think we did 3, right? Yeah, we did. We did 1 US30, we did 1 NASDAQ, and then we just did our second NASDAQ trade right here. We took this one, we took this one, and then we took a US30 here. Yeah, so we've done 3, and they're all profit. No FTMO, partner with TradingView, though. Yeah, you can't trade on TradingView with them. Um, yeah, they're awesome, though. Like, they basically what they'll do, if you guys don't know, FTMO is like the top firm to work with, like, that's where everyone wants to go. Um, they'll give you an apartment and stuff if you're good. Like, it's crazy. Like, they'll buy equipment for you, everything, it's nuts. So, they're actually like a trading desk that was before the internet. Like, before the internet, that's what it was like, guys. I didn't trade back then because you guys know I'm, like, almost 50, so I've been, since, well, I think the internet came out when I was 14 or something like that. But back in the day, guys, in the 80s and the 70s and like early 90s and stuff, like that's what firm trading was, is you'd go to a building, you'd trade on their funds and you'd like bring your setup or they'd provide you with a setup, right? Now everything's online and it's difficult because most of these trading companies, these firms, it's just a scam. It's just a Ponzi scheme. So you have to be really, really careful with the companies you work for. Um, oh, now they work with TradingView, you said? FTMO? Okay, I'm gonna look into that because yeah, that'd be a good thing to recommend. Like maybe if you've been trading for a year and you've passed a lot of test phases and stuff, then you can go to them and start working with them because yeah, like I think they've been around for like 12 years or something. Like that's crazy. Okay. This guy here, um, he's kind of broke both of our like where, targets where we thought price was going to go to. So he just continues to go down. I did set up the gold chart here, guys, because I want to start looking at gold. It's doing the same thing. It's going down. So the Nasdaq actually looks the best to trade because it is kind of ranging. And it's not just trending. If this was London session, I would want to trade gold over the Nasdaq because London session's good with trends. So it just trends. Um, So I'd be setting something up like this with it, and I'd be looking to buy or sell here, like when price comes back up to there. But that would take hours on end, and I don't trade London session. So that's how that's how I'd be trading gold, right? Like probably it'd get rejected around here, and then you'd get a nice big trade. But yeah, overall, it looks like it's just dropping the gold chart. Ba-ba-da-ba-doo. Yeah, that's it. MetaTrader 5. Uh, I I used to trade Forex like a long time ago, and that's what we used was MetaTrader. Yeah. Um, oh, so you're saying they're not on the Trading View? They should be. Like Trading View is the biggest platform that people trade on. Yeah, C Trader though, I heard that's good. And then MetaTrader's like it's I think it was even before Trading View, I think. Um, it's popular, but that's what most of the Forex guys use is, MetaTrader. Yeah, guys, there's no trade here. Kind of I'm looking at the Nasdaq is like could be our trade. We were kind of looking at a short here. I just never took it, but we did talk about it like, oh, you could take a short. So if you did take that, I don't think anyone took it, but it's showing signs you need to get out of that short position. Yeah, it's all about what you're used to using. I'm definitely like I've been using TradingView for like ever now, but yeah, MetaTrader's good on your phone. It's much better than the TradingView app. Uh, there, but yeah, everyone used to use MetaTrader. Okay, so we'll see what happens here. It's going sideways. We'll see what happens. Let's go back to the US30. Holy smokes! So this here, this is like one of those things like what Carl was talking about way up here is like you get a situation like this. This was our entry candle. And then, we sold around here, got out of the trade, and then it just continued to go down. But you don't know things like this is going to happen. But yeah, this is the type of thing where it's like, man, if I had stayed in this trade and I had been in a test phase or a live account or whatever, like this would, that would be like $1,000+ in a trade there in profit, right? But we don't know. Okay, so this guy here, it is past 10 a.m., so everything's high risk right now, but this is giving us another short position. Um, let's look at the 15-minute. Yep. Okay, so the trend is still down, and this could bite us in the ass, this trade here, guys, because it's come down a lot. But we'll see. If we get an entry here, I'd like to pull back up a bit, but it's going to give us an entry model here pretty soon. We'll mark that this is the 930 low. 930 low. Okay, US30 still going down. Wow. MetaTrader's freaking awesome on the phone. Yeah, it's amazing. On the phone, it's good. On the desktop app is like it looks like I don't know. It looks it I don't know what it looks like anymore, but 10 years ago, it looked like something like Windows 95 or something. Like, it looked like just, I don't know, like a coding type thing. Like, it was kinda ugly looking. I don't know what it looks like anymore. Not too many people use it. They just kinda use it on their phone. Okay, so this gave us an entry candle, guys, but I wanna wait for it to, go back up. So maybe on paper trading today, guys, I recommend that you do that. Even though I know most of you guys didn't have a bad day yesterday, but I'm gonna get in here with 2 lots. Um, and then if it goes back up here, this is the only time I'd average into my trade if it goes back up because I wanna sell around here. This is where I'd actually like to get in my trade is around here, right? So then I'll get into there with I'm trading on 6 lots in the Nasdaq in the paper trading account, right? But this could be some sort of bottom. It actually goes all the way back up. So we'll wait and see what happens. And if it does go down, it did give me an entry candle. If it does go down, then I'm in the trade with really small lot size. Okay, so we'll put our trend line on here. Okay, so this is kind of the area where I'd want to buy is around here, or sorry, sell because the trend is down. Okay, you can see how weak it is to pull back, so it really wants to come down. Okay, like it's having a hard time getting back up, but it could go sideways here for a bit, and maybe it touches this trend line. If we get a wick all the way up to here, um, that'd be pretty nice because there's probably a fair value gap. Yeah, right here, there's one. Okay, so I know this is a lot of stuff on the chart, but that's that. Here, we'll delete this. Okay, so if it wicks back up to there, maybe I'll do some risky stuff and just hit the button on the sell and get in there with another 2 lots. which this is the only time when I would think, "Oh, I'm gonna add to a losing trade," is if it's my model, it's giving me this is an A plus setup other than the time. If it was like 9:30, this would be an A plus setup. Um, if it wicks back up here, because this is where I actually want to get in the trade is around the red line. So we'll see, and I can see it's really struggling here. So when it does continue to go down, it should give us a big move. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. 10:17. Normally things get really slow and go sideways around this time. Okay, I'm gonna totally clear this chart because I don't think we're gonna get back up here in the next 15 minutes. And it's pretty distracting, all these lines. So this is an area of interest for US30. And this is also right here, but there's probably, let's see if there's any gaps in the market. So there's that there. There's this gap here. Okay, so if US30 comes back up here, I'd be looking to short again. Okay, this guy's back down to my entry with my little two lots. Yeah, it's weird, eh? 10 o'clock rolls around and the market just totally slows down. It's weird the standard members don't really show up for these lives. Like, it's it's strange. Like, this is the best way to learn is to have, like, you know, the teacher or whatever in front of you. Like, I don't know. I kinda feel bad, like, they pay 9 bucks and they do nothing. Like, most of them, guys, the standard members, they don't do anything. Like, most of them, they don't even go through the course. Okay, so it's coming back up there. I was kind of expecting to do this. Like, I want price to go back to this line here and then come back down, but it's just really low volume. This guy here would be awesome if it went all the way back up here. Uh, one big again today, switching to 10 lots. Uh, saying has a lot made difference because I was staying too long on one lot. Yeah, so that I was talking about that was, oh, you're on a 150K account. Um, like a bigger lot size, a really tight stop loss, and then a little small move, you make just as much money as if you're to go with a small lot size, have a really wide stop loss, and then try and squeeze as much as you can out of it, right? And you're like, I can't, guys, I can't take it being in a trade, like say getting in here and then watching it go sideways and stuff, maybe breaking a trend line, all that kind of thing, just because I'm in a small lot size and I'm trying to squeeze as much as I can out of it. And I'm in a trade for 30 minutes or whatever. It drives me crazy. So I'd rather trade on a large lot size, take a little small move and make my 300 bucks or whatever it is, right? And have a really tight stop loss, which is the break of the trend line. It just works out way better. And you're not sitting there for like, whatever, an hour just to get one trade kind of thing. And then what if it doesn't give you your setup, right? With this really tight stop loss and quick take profit, you're like constantly getting trades. Yeah. And when it goes against us, we take a hit. And then normally, because the model's so quick, you can find a trade like right away, right? Yeah. So you took 2 months to figure that out. Yeah. I think I have to talk more about that in the course, is just, once you get confident, you got to focus on upping your lot size, making sure you follow your risk management. So if the trade goes against you, just get the hell out. And then, yeah, not being greedy. Like, just if you're in there with 6 lots and you have $300 of profit, just get out. I like to think about like, what does the average person make? They make like 100, I think $190 a day US is what the average person makes. And if I'm making that within one trade within a minute, and I've been looking at the chart for 30 minutes for a trade or 10 minutes or something, like, holy geez, should be happy about that. Okay, so this thing here is being crazy. It went back to my entry point like 4 or 5 times, and, it's just really struggling with this red line here. Um, it's gonna give something. Like, I think it's gonna come up here, touch this, and then we're gonna get a nice short, or who knows, maybe it comes up here. If it opens up, like we get a body open here, then I get the heck out of the trade. That's like a really wide stop loss. But being in a paper trading account, guys, you can do stuff like, okay, what happens when I stay in a trade and it just goes sideways? And then now it's showing signs it wants to go up, but I know I have this target here. And then I can journal about it, like what actually happened, right? Because if I was in my firm account, I wouldn't. I would take break even on one of these wicks here. Like I had one, two, three options right now to take break even on it. So I would have done that, or I would have waited for three candles and then got out because it's going sideways. But now it's showing me that it wants to go up. I know that it might touch here, and then we'll see what happens there, right? Like now this is showing us signs that it wants to go up, these candles here, because the bodies are thick. There's no real wick on the bottom. Let's look at gold. You're 49 this year. Uh, it is about time to get right after 20 years of trading. Uh, well, you definitely have a strong mindset if 20 years of trading, I'm guessing trading on and off, um, and then now you're like, "Okay, I think I finally got it." That's good. You must have a strong mindset. 49, I thought you were, younger than me. You're 49 as well this year. Okay. How many people are around 50? Like, who's over 50 in here? I think most people are around my age, like 45 to 50 type thing. You're yeah, you're over 50. 52, 49. Yeah, so we're like all the same age. That's pretty cool. 53. Oh, so we're all like around 50. 73. There you go. All right. 47. I'm 47 too. Oh, here we go, guys. Look at this. It's working out for us. And it's at 80 bucks a profit, 90 bucks. Okay, that's a pretty big move for that. Two lots, 90, 113. So I took 99, exactly $99 or $98 of profit on that guy there. But yeah, paper trading. So I'm going to document this trade today, just my feeling of sitting in it sideways. Um, what I was thinking it was going to do, it didn't really do. Like I thought it was going to come up to here, but it didn't. It went to the red line, poked its head above it, took the liquidity from all these, and then continued going down. So that's my balance today, and that's probably, I don't know if we're going to get another trade out of here, but 515 there. A nice big wick, yeah. And we have no targets. We didn't set up any targets below, but that was two lots, and this was a pretty big candle. So I got out like two lots and $100, right? Like that's pretty good, even though it's paper trading. Okay, so this guy here is looking good. The only thing with gold, as I keep on saying, is it goes for order blocks. So this is the order block, is right here. So it's basically all this, right? So that's the order block in gold. So gold, what I've noticed, it doesn't really respect fair value gaps. It likes order blocks. But the Tokyo low for gold is here, so we could get a short position here. So once again, I'm paper trading. I'm going to take a short in gold. So I'm going to sell in gold. This is like really cutting it close to, oh my God, it's not putting me in the trade. There we go. Okay. Paper trading. So went in nice profits. And then by the time I refreshed my screen, it was back up to my entry point. and it's in a bit of profit now. So I'm in a little, like, I'm in the paper trading account, but I'm in a gold trade here. It could come all the way back down to here. The trend overall is down, right? But this looks like this 15-minute candle here, guys, and we got 3 more minutes on it. It's kind of showing signs of a reversal candle. So this could be the bottom of the day, and then it goes back up, and it could come back up to here to get the liquidity, right? So that's at $100 of profit. So I'm just going to take it. There, got me out of that trade. So I got out of this gold trade just because it gave me $100 of profit. And for me, that's good. It's a 50K uh, paper trading account. So show you guys that. There you go. 51,599. Once again, this is paper trading. So no one be like, oh my God, that's so amazing. Because it's just paper trading. Yeah, NASDAQ. I know. That's why I'm saying like something's gonna happen. It'll make a big move because when it does this, guys, this means it's like a spring compounding and then it's gonna explode. So it's either gonna explode upwards or down. And basically you just have to be on the right side of it, right? So your entry, if we're trading um the model in the course, your entry is the body open below here. So your entry is like this candle here, right? Which it's come down a lot and then it's going sideways now. So, but yeah, a big drop there on the 1 minute chart. Okay. And then gold, probably, I think it's going to come down to like this area, probably like around, probably around here, maybe. Um, yeah, it's pretty much 1030. So it's probably going to go sideways. And the NASDAQ, I think it's just, I don't know what's gonna happen with it. Like, it looks like it's gonna tank. So here's another thing, guys, is this news at 2 PM. So they could be doing this now is bringing the price down, and then 2 PM, they're gonna, like, throw it right back up, like 2 and 2:30, you've got red folder news, and not always price, moves with the red folder news like crazy, but most of the time. And here's the thing is we haven't had red folder news in a week, so they're all sitting in their little greedy little Eiffel Towers, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get them, let's get some money today, boys," kinda thing like that, right? So, I'm guessing they're gonna use this news. They don't care what it is, like good or bad, as long as it's, powerful news, right? Um, they can grab it and they can like they could throw price all the way back up here or even, you know, back up here to the top of the Tokyo. Okay. So keep that in mind as well. And normally you wait for that big move to happen. You back out on your chart on the 15-minute chart and you look like, okay, where is it? Where are they taking out? They're taking out price here. Oh, it's going sideways now and price is here. Then you know, okay, I can take a nice big short because they're going to take price right back down. Right. So I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen, but yeah, you just wait for the big news to happen. You wait for a big move to happen. If it happens, you look at your levels. Where did they take price? Where they take it to get the volume in there, right? Get into the market or get out of the market. um, and then you watch price and you look at your market stages. Okay, so market stages right here. Okay, so you watch for this. Okay. Boom. Red folder news goes up and then it starts to go sideways. And then a move down is coming. It's going to happen because it's like a roller coaster. Like if it goes up, it has to come back down, right? Or the opposite. Say price goes up here and then it's 2 p.m. and then boom, they drop price. Wait for it to go sideways a bit and then they're going to bring price back up. So that's kind of how you trade news. You don't just randomly 2 p.m. Oh, I got to get into the market and cross your fingers and hope that, you got in the right direction. Sure, you can win, make a lot of money that way, but yeah, you never kind of want to be gambling. So you got to wait for the red folder news to happen and then you get in after the big move because they'll normally go in the opposite direction. So that's it for today, guys. We did like 5 trades today and every single one is profitable, which is good. because yesterday was like a disaster for me. But some people, like yesterday in the live, some people made money, some people lost money. One guy blew his account, but he got a big withdrawal from it the previous week. So I talked to him about it, and he was okay. He made a post about it. But for example, to be again interested, logging in the Nasdaq, would you long now? Uh, like just to, I don't think I would long because I'm trading against the 15-minute chart, right? Uh, I think I would like stay away from it. Like I'm not going to trade anymore today, like I did my session, but I like the only time I think about longing is above the VWAP now. I think it's just too high risk to take a long here because it's been going like we could have been thinking down here, oh, I'm going to take a long, I don't know, around this area because it had this big, huge like reversal here, right? And then it just continued going down. So it, could still be like maybe it comes back up to this level right here, right? Maybe it comes up to like kind of where it is right now and then has another leg down. So that's why I'd wait till it, shows signs that the VWAP is now giving support, which is a long time away. Like that could take hours or it could never happen. But that's what I would look for in a long position. I just wouldn't trade long here. Um, maybe during these little wee reversals here, I could take a long, like if it's showing signs. But if you're going long in this, it's kind of high risk, right? Because the trend is overall it's down. So that's it from me. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's session. I think it went pretty good. Um, with the aftermath of yesterday for me. I know it wasn't bad for you guys, but like I basically blow accounts maybe 2 times a year. So when it does happen, it's like I got to think about things. I have to take a break, right? So today was my take a break day there. So thanks everyone for coming, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the VIP live there tomorrow. All right.